Hi, this is Tanya Jellison with the Litter Box in Ogallala, Nebraska. We focus primarily on TNR. We do adopt kittens and cats that are adoptable that are trapped. We do adopt cats from the pound who are at risk of being euthanized. We do not take any sort of surrenders. We do not take kittens from people who do not spay their cats. We are strictly focusing on the stray and feral cat population. All of our veterinary services are provided at the vet's office, including vaccinations, spaying, neutering, euthanasia. We do no sort of medical services here. We strictly house the cats while they await adoption. And I start outside. We are in a residential area. Our city ordinance only allows for 4 animals per house. So we had to apply for a special exception, and we're actually allowed unlimited animals at our house after being approved from the city and then confirming with our neighbors that that was okay. So we will now head inside. We do have our own animals, and they are upstairs. We do not mix rescue cats with our own cats, just one, they're cats, and we don't want to stress out either set. As I say that, we do have one rescue kitty that happens to be upstairs right now in the kitty playpen. His name is Jinx. He weighs a pound. He was actually found while we were TNRing, and he was downstairs in a kennel with the rescue kitties, but he was not gaining weight. After a week of eating but not gaining any weight, I was convinced he just simply needed more attention. So we brought him upstairs where he's getting more attention. He gets to interact with us, and as you can see, he woke up from his nap and he's eating, and he's actually gained 2 ounces. So he's up to 1 pound 2 ounces since we've done this. So he will go back downstairs with the rescue kitties once he is a little bit bigger, but we just need to get him more stable. Again, they're not normally up here. They are all normally downstairs, separate from our own cats. We've got various areas. We're in an open area right now, but I'm going to start in the back because that's kind of where we start with the smaller ones. We have a bathroom back here. The door is shut when we have kitties in here, and this is a room dedicated to nursing moms and their kittens. We do provide a box for a mom. We use stainless steel dishes for food and water. We do have a big litter box and a little box when they're ready to go. The food that we use, we strictly use Pro Plan kitten food, and we do supplement those moms because they're always really skinny with some AD. We have a space heater in here in order to keep the room at a constant temperature, and we also have a webcam. It's not on right now, but we have a webcam, and the address is kittens.thelitterbox.net, and when we have a litter of kittens in here, it's on them so people can watch them play, watch mom nurse. I'm really amazed what a big hit that has been. So we don't have anybody in here right now. At 3 weeks, we break the box down so the kittens have more room to move. At 5 weeks, we actually put the condo in here. It's not normally in here when they're so tiny. And at 5 weeks, they start to get out of the room a little bit more with supervision. At 7 weeks, they have more and more run. But every night, they do get put in here with the door shut with their mom for the night. Our other room dedicated to the cats, we've got a cat room in here with 4 kennels. We like to call them apartments. But they are 48 inches long by 30 inches wide by 36 inches high. This is actually Jinx's from upstairs. He's got a litter box, he's got his own little cat condo, he's got a blanket, and he's got his food, his stainless steel food or dishes, and then some toys. When we get cats that are strays or from the pound, we take them to the vet immediately for a check and to get their first distemper shot, and they stay at the vet for 3 days in order for their vaccination to take place. After that happens, then they come here and they have their own space. Here's one we have set up for right now for kittens that are actually loose running around that we're going to see in just a minute. But they have a food place, they've got a litter box, they've got a hidey place to hide. And then after they're at the vet for 3 days, they come here and they are, I don't like to call them quarantine, but they're in their kennel for 2 to 3 days. Long enough for them to establish that that is their space, that is their litter box, that is their food. And after a couple days, we will start to let them out a little at a time, start to let them interact with the other cats. And from there, it's just a case-by-case basis on who gets to come out for more time. No matter what, though, for the most part, if there's multiple cats in here, they do get locked up at night. We just don't want to risk that with adult cats. But again, it depends on how long they've been here. I have 2 long-termers that you're going to see in a minute who don't even have what we like to call an apartment out here. Here's another one that's empty but ready to go with just a litter box. I'm going to have to pull. We cover these to provide them security. But with a litter box, a condo, blanket, and the stainless steel dishes to eat with. This room is carpeted, as you can see. And in order to keep things from being an absolute disaster, I put shower curtains under these kennels. So they're wrapped in shower curtains so stuff doesn't get splattered everywhere. When a resident changes, these kennels are completely taken outside, cleaned with a 10% Clorox solution, and then that shower curtain is replaced as a cleanliness. Toys, kennels, cat trees are cleaned with a 10% Clorox solution in order to eliminate any viruses that we have. And as you can see, nobody's even in here right now. This is Jinx's kennel. He will come down here and sleep tonight. This is Kiko and Kendall's kennel. They won't be locked up in there tonight, but they will be locked up in this room because they are kittens, but they're now out in the open area. From here, we just have a big open area where our very long-term residents reside. We have 2 right now. We have Ricky over here on this couch. She's been here since the end of March. She's not a bad kitty. She just is a very skittish kitty that cannot go to anybody with small children, so we're just waiting for the right home for her. And then we have Daisy over here. Hi, Daisy May. She is actually from the pound. She raised her kittens. Her kitties all have homes, and now, as usual, we wait for the mother to get the right home. Daisy and Ricky have full run of this room. There's a cat tree over here by the sliding glass door that they can get on to look out. I know the glare is really bad. There's toys on the floor. There's a cube for them to play with. There's scratchy stuff. There's couches for them to sleep on, as you can see. Their feeding station is just a common station. These 2 girls get along. Like I said, they've been here for a while, so they just have a common feeding station over here with a self-feeder and a self-waterer. All adult kitties, we feed Purina 1, just the regular chicken and rice formula. There is a litter box out here right now. For the primary reason there is a litter box out here is because I've got kittens out here running around too. The Kiko and Kindle that I told you about that still have an apartment back there. But for the most part, the litter box area for the long-term residents is back here. So, and they're really good about it. They get that. Again, the long-term residents, they don't get locked up at night. Daisy and Ricky don't get locked up. They stay out here. They interact. I have 2 teenage kids who have friends over. They have sleepovers down here. These 2 cats get to interact with them. So as far as they're concerned, they're really part of the family. They really don't understand how much better it will get for them when they get a real full-time family, but they do get a lot of interaction. I do make it down here 4 times a day at 7 o'clock in the morning to clean all kennels, scoop litter boxes, make sure everybody's got food and water. I come down at 7, noon, 4, and then 8 o'clock at night. Here are our 2 little guys, Kiko and Kendall, who do have an apartment back there. They get locked up in that room at night. They do not get locked up in their kennel because they've been responsible citizens. They have a home. We're just waiting for them to get a little bit bigger so we can get them spayed, and then they will move on. That is it for the litter box here. This is everybody that we have currently on up for adoption. This is our setup, and thank you for your consideration.